Good morning, everybody. This is K. Balakrishna. Presently, we are dealing with the subject called as strategic management. In the strategic management, we are dealing with the subject topic called as environmental analysis. What is environment? All that surrounds us and affects us directly or indirectly is called as environment. There are two types of environments. One is the internal environment and second is the external environment. Internal environment is a study of internal prospects of the company, whereas external environment is a study of competitors, customers, suppliers, shareholders, media, stakeholders, in one word to say that. In fact, to say that while preparing a strategy, both internal environment as well as external environment need to be studied. In this present class, we will give a brief description regarding environment analysis. In later classes, we will describe separately what do you mean by internal analysis, what do you mean by external analysis, and what do you mean by industry analysis as a whole. So I'll be sharing you the screen regarding what we call environmental analysis. Environmental analysis is a study of internal as well as external environments present in the business firm. Okay, here environmental analysis is important that it is done before releasing the product into the market. They see the conditions, they see the demand, they see the supply, they see the competitors, they see the competition, and then release into the market. What do you mean by environmental analysis? Environmental analysis is an analysis regarding internal sphere as well as external sphere of an organization. Here, environmental analysis, as I rightly said, that it is a study of both the internal aspects of the company, like vision, mission, objectives, goals, policies, procedures, etc. Along with this, it is a study of external aspects of the business, like competition, competitors, suppliers, shareholders, etc. and etc. Environment has an influence on the business, and the impact of this influence is studied in this class. And this influence, it influences the performance of the organization. If an environmental analysis is perfectly done, the performance of the organization is increased. If the environmental analysis is improper, then performance of the organization cannot be estimated. Here, there are two internal components and two external components in the environment. Internal components includes strengths and weaknesses of the company. For example, take the car like Nano. Internal component includes the technology which is used, the marketing capacities that are used, next the production capacities that are used, and many others. And external and weaknesses includes the engine model, design, etc. What is the external environment includes opportunities and threats for the business firm. For example, take the same company called as Nano. The opportunity for the Nano is the exit of Maruti 800 and presence of less number of competitors in the market. And major threat of the Nano is one thing, that is if it does not release the number of models, it would perish in the market. But presently, the company is searching for releasing number of models into the market. What are the objectives of environmental analysis? The main objectives of environmental analysis is, first and foremost, it studies the impacting factors. There are certain companies where political conditions may impact. There are certain companies where technological advancements may impact the progress of the company. So business environment analysis should be provided so that the potential changes can be understood properly, and the necessary action is taken and recommended by for the company to progress. Next one is it helps to take strategic decisions. What are strategic decisions? Strategic decisions are the long-term decisions taken by the organization to proceed itself. Next, it links the organizations together. It facilitates the organizations together. It facilitates strategic thinking together. In the sense, no organization is independent completely. It depends upon large number of factors, and some of these factors includes the external sphere, and some of these factors includes the internal sphere. All the organizations are interlinked with each other. One just like interlinked with each other in the sense, each organization depends upon the other. For example, car company depends upon the tires, space, etc. and etc. present in the external sphere. What are the features of environmental analysis? The main feature of environmental analysis is its holistic view. What do you mean by holistic view? In the sense, it is a total view of the environment that is moving from it. It includes a comprehensive framework that helps the organization to understand its environment. First and the foremost step in environmental analysis is view the environment rather than viewing the internal sphere. It includes not only viewing their internal sphere, but also viewing the external sphere. Next, it is a continuous process. Why do you say that it is a continuous process? Means it is a continuous process because it includes, it's a continuous process because it includes the day-to-day functioning, totally depends upon studying all types of environments present in the organization. For example, Maruti 800 is outdated model, which is almost to exit from the market. So this has been studied by the Tatas, and an alternative has been provided to the market. In future, if another electric vehicle dominates it, then Tata will come up with the next plan to forego it. Next one is exploratory function, exploratory process. It is called as exploring process. Means it is a there is they take the company they like HUL. It continuously spends huge amount of money on R&D. In the R&D, what it does is it continuously releases large number of products. It continuously launches number of products, even though the existing products are functioning properly, because it does not want to change its marketing position. It does not want it to give its market share to the others because of the loss of trend. Next one is, what is the importance of environmental analysis? The first and the foremost in the importance of environmental analysis is the first mover advantage. What do you mean by first mover advantage? The products which appear first, products which are successful first, can exist for a long period of time. If you are late, if you are delayed, if the business firm is delayed, then automatically it loses its stake in the market. Once the product is outdated, the same company has to replace its product profiles, because if it is a minute late, a new product may steal its market share, just like what the Nano has done, and the Maruti 800 has lost. Early warning signal. Early warning signal in the sense, sometimes what happens is the organization faces the losses, and it also faces number of crises. If it comes out of the crisis, it will be successful. If it does not come out of the crisis, it's going to be taken over by other company in its environment. For example, many telecom players merged with the Airtel because of unable to face the competition from Reliance Jio. Next is focus on the customers. The main focus of the customers is many business organizations are unable to match the needs and expectations of the customer. Though they are qualitative, they are not required by the customer, they fail in the market. Strategic formulation. If the strategic formulation must be good, then they have to understand the environments. If environment analysis is perfectly done, what happened is the strategies can be formulated in a better way. That is, right strategy can be selected, and right strategy can be analyzed only if proper environmental analysis is there. It's change agent. Change agent in the sense, environment analysis brings large number of changes in the country. For example, in the past, we are not habituated to buy online because of many fears, because of lack of awareness, and many other things. Nowadays, we do not go to the traditional retailer. We fear to go to the traditional retailer because of the COVID. This can be, so many of the online sites have registered themselves. Many of the retailers have started selling the products online also. Next, public image. Environmental analysis perfect, then sales will be good, profitability will be good, image will be good, market share will be good, and finally the company will exist in a long run. There must be a continuous learning. I have done environmental analysis now. I cannot stop doing the environmental analysis today because today's conditions are continuously different from tomorrow's conditions. So it is better that I continuously learn the environment rather than doing other things. Next, steps involved in environmental analysis. One of the steps that is involved in environmental analysis is identifying. What is identified here? The first and the foremost thing that is identified is what sort of influence that the business entity has because of its environment should be identified. For example, Kellogg's, take the company Kellogg's. It has identified that it is no longer accepted if it is released as a breakfast item. So by releasing it as a diet control breakfast item coupled with releasing it as a snack item has helped it to exist in the market. So one thing that they have learned is that they have studied the environment, they have studied the target market and their influence, and then only release the product into the market. Next is scanning. It is a process of critically examining. The difference between environmental analysis and environmental scanning is a critical examining. Each and every minute detail is being examined, and then all the factors are identified from the analysis of previous steps, from the effects of previous steps taken by them. Next one is analyzing. After identifying the target market, they scan the various environment carefully. Later, they analyze the environmental factors, how each factor contributes for the success or failure. Next, based upon the analysis, they forecast the future. Presently, during these times, we can clearly say that the forecasting must be perfectly done, otherwise they will lose. For example, the reserves of the country must be carefully examined, otherwise they cannot be examined. Similarly, the business must also not only improve the profit, but they have to set aside certain amount of reserves so that in case of losses, they can exist for a period of time. This is a comprehensive analysis regarding what do you mean by environmental analysis, what is the importance of environmental analysis, what are the steps in environmental analysis, and what are the major drawbacks in environmental analysis. This is a small session which clearly says that every business has to do the environmental analysis before entering into the market, and it also must do the environmental analysis before exiting out of the market. Okay, thank you.